ameambiwa na koti toa pesa fulani, amekataa kutoa deliberately, amekataa. Amesema I'm not doing it. Alafu afungwe as a result of him defaulting. That's what he's saying.
That's difficult. Okay. What is the reason behind you not wanting to pay?
Hataki tu, amekataa. He's just amekataa tu. Hajisikii.
Then she gets full custody.
Afungwe.
Exactly. Yeah, that's also another thing.
Let me answer coach, then come back to you, Yakopad. Coach, enye umesema you don't want to pay for your child anything and you don't want to have to do anything with it, upeleke kotini eti ufungwe, itakusaidia na nini? First of all, hakuna kitu italeta msaada yoyote, lakini itakuwa kuliko huyo mtoi ateseke ambaye wewe ni babake na wewe uko tu hapa una uwezo wa kumsaidia na humsaidie huyo mtoto ateseke, basi pia wewe kwa sababu ulichukua hiyo that step, pia wewe uende ukafunga ukateseke kwa jela basi, kwa sababu you're not doing anything right.
Kila mtu ateseke.
Yeah, pia wewe uende ukateseke kwa sababu uko na uwezo uishi maisha yako kwa raha na ukasaidia mtoto wako, kwa sababu it's your responsibility ulileta huo mtoi kwa hii dunia. You don't want to take that responsibility, pia wewe sasa enda kateseka kwa jela. Now back to you, Pat. Of course, financial is not the main thing, but also it's the bigger thing. Okay? Kwa sababu presence peke yake haitavisha huo mtoto, haitamlisha huo mtoto na haitamsomesha huo mtoto. You have to be like financial, lazima pia usaidiane. Na kwa presence yako sahi, if you are with the kid 24/7, hakuna kitu itamuongezea huo mtoi peke yake. Of course atakuwa anakuita daddy, mtakuwa na hiyo bond, lakini huo mtoto anataka kwenda shule. You been in his life, like unakuja kumsalamia kila asubuhi, haitamsomesha, haitamlisha kama hajakula. So financial is a bigger thing too. It's a bigger thing, is a living thing. Hiyo ndo maisha bro. Okay, hiyo finance ndo maisha. Hiyo finance ndo maisha. Unaona? We cannot just exclude tuseme tu we're going to focus on being in the presence of the kid. Now on the other thing, to be honest, pia hawa madada zetu wanakuwa wamechanganyikiwa. Utakuta anakimbizana kulazimisha baba ambaye hataki kuona mtoto wake, mbaba ambaye hataki kushughulika mtoto wake, anakimbizana na yeye, wanapelekana na yeye paka kotini. You understand? Now on the other hand, utakuta kuna mbaba ambaye anataka to be part of his kid's life, ambaye anamtaka, ambaye anataka kumsomesha, kumfanyia kila kitu. Na kuna mademo ambayo watamkatalia. Pia hao madada zetu wamechanganyikiwa. Understand? So it's all about the ego. To be honest, for both men and women, it's all about the ego. Ni ile tu like getting back on somebody. Anataka tu akukwaze, unataka umkwaze. It's all upuzi kitu hiyo. kwa sababu if you look at it, let's say hauna kazi yote leo mbele wala nyuma, and you get this little job, maybe you are a janitor, utakuwa ukidharauliwa hata hapo. Unajaribu kupiga hesabu, nikiacha hii kazi, I have a house to pay, I have a rent to pay, I have like vitu kununua. Let's say you're on your own, hata una watoto. If you do not have any other option ya kwenda kuchukua kazi nyingine, hiyo kazi hata ukiwa unadharaulika utabaki pale kwa sababu unapata mapato. Why can we not sacrifice for the sake of our kids? Forget about this opposite gender, this X, forget about putting for the focus on that. Why don't we fight for our kids? That's the main thing. Hapa, the more important things is these kids. Watakuja kuwa wakubwa. By the time mtu yeye afike 18, maybe atakuja kukusaidia, maybe asikusaidie. Bali lakini atatoka kwa maisha yako. Atajitegemea. Mpaka afike hiyo 18, mbona usimshughulikie? Kwa sababu you are the biggest part, ulimleta kwa hii dunia.
But Atan, do you agree, like, for you to co-parent with the other person, you must be peaceful? Because hata kama unalipa hizo fee na nini na nyi bado mnashinda mmevurutana, you're still not taking care of that child. Still hurting the baby.
That's very true. You have to be level-headed, and that's the problem.
Okay, angalia. Listen,
if both parties are not level-headed, then there's no room for a mature relationship.
Skizeni. Guys, let's tumia tu akili zetu ambayo Mwenyezi Mungu ametupatia. For example, niko na bibi yangu mimi sahi na tumeachana. If first of all, sitakimbia kotini, sitakimbia eti kwenda kupigana. First of all, I will try all the measurements ambayo tunaweza suluhishana, tuwekeane tu. Yo, let's talk about real mature people. Me and you are done. Let's focus for these kids. Akubali, hatutakuwa na shida yote. She moves on with her life, I move on with my life, but we co-parents. Tumesikizana hivyo. Lakini kama yeye amechoose kwa hiyo kichwa ngumu, choose kuniletea eti kuninyima watoto wangu. Mimi sitaachana watoto wangu kwa sababu huyo dema amesema hata nipatia watoto wangu. And huyu jamaa ambaye ananiuliza leo yote, why fight for your own biological kids? Why not? Because they are my kids, I will have to fight for them. Yes, of course, I wasn't supposed to fight for them. Kama huyo dema angekuwa anatumia akili zake poa. But since ameamua kuwa mjinga, then do I really walk away? Because kuna mtu ameact kuwa mjinga? Na mimi leo hii ninajiweza na ninaweza nikasomesha watoto wangu na nikawalisha vizuri. Niachana watoto wangu kwa sababu kuna mjinga fulani ameona tu abaki kwa familia hawa watoto. Then watoto wangu waende wakateseke, wasisome, wasipata chakula ya kutosha, wasikuwa wanavaa nguo nzuri. Yet mimi I'm capable of doing that. Like, in what brains mnatumia? I brought them to this world. They are my responsibility. You come between me and my kids, mimi na kubulldoze. You wanna come and understand, we sit down, we talk face to face, tusuluhishe kitu, we can go like a very mature way, very diplomatic way. I'm ready for that. Ikishindikana, ujifanya wewe ni mgumu, I will bulldoze you. Kwa nini? Hautaenda na watoto wangu wakateseke.
So Atan, let me ask, uko na bibi, umepeana mimba uko nje wa side chick, 2 years down the line anakwambia kwa na mtoto, anakwambia utume dom, nafanya DNA hadi unaona proof like is your child, but anasema anataka tu ni pesa, but hataki uko involved in the life of this child. Will you fight for that child?
Why not? Si ni mtoto wangu.
Yes, why not?
You'll go to court.
Si ni mtoto wangu.
You go to court.
I will go to court. Now on the other thing, nilisema mbeleni, if let's say nashuhudia nikimpatia pesa ataenda kuzitumia mwenyewe na hata msaidia mtoto wangu. Mimi nitakuwa napeleka food, nitakuwa napeleka nguo za mtoi wangu, najua size yake, nitakuwa naenda shule namlipia. I'm involved in my kids life like that. Si lazima nimpatie pesa.
But tuseme sio tunateseka, because
let me ask you a question.
Umetumia examples za watu kuteseka. Wife yako anaweza kuwa very capable to take care of the kids even without you. Unaona, like financially. Unaelewa? So ukieka tu
forget that. That is still your DNA. Those are still your cells. That baby is yours.
How many husbands when you're cheat
You do not back down when it is yours.
I'm asking how many husbands or married men will fight for a child that have gotten with a side chick?
Okay, angalia coach. Wacha nikuulize tu swali.
You know why I'm saying this? Kidogo tu. Do you know why I'm saying this? Because there are many women when you're to a married men. And it makes things complicated, right?
You took that decision. You were the one that fucked it up. Ulienda ukacheza nje. Bear the responsibilities. Okay? But one thing, coach, let's be realistic. What is the main focus here? Is it ex-wife, or is it for the betterment of this kid? What's our main focus, first of all?
Focus is the betterment of the kid, and both of you have to have a cordial relationship. If you don't have a cordial relationship, you're still not helping the child.
So if we don't have a cordial relationship with my ex, I abandon my kids.
Let me add an observation.
I'm just telling you, Atan, even if you pay fee and you don't have a cordial relationship, you're still not taking care of the child.
This is my observation, Ken, and then coach. Raisin and Atan are speaking about what should happen. What you're trying to explain is what is happening on the ground. If you look at it statistically, if you take the men who had babies with another woman, you're saying that usually they do not fight for them. But Atan and Raisin are saying you should fight for them. And it's so we are going into a circle where you guys are not skizanaing, because I understand where you're coming from. It is true. As much as it is good for somebody to fight for the kids, statistically, if you go out there with Nakalamu Nakaratasi, you ask people a question, you'll find out most men do not. So now where do we move on from as a society from there?
Mm-hmm. So Silver, do they choose the easy way out?
Yes, they do.
And that's the problem then. That's the problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. But you see now, that's the thing. How do you solve a thing where people choose that path? When they choose that path, you have no control over it. So I understand that there is a need for cohesiveness, but some people are just not built like that. There's some people, when you scare them, they pee on themselves. It's a natural reflex. That's how they were born. So telling them to go fight for those kids, they'll never do that. They're not born, or at least to figure it out.
Can I give an account on a relationship to that?
Go ahead, bro.
Actually, most of the time when we're driving along the roads and we find funny accidents, we just judge that those drivers are reckless and maybe they didn't do the right thing. That's why they were involved in an accident. Until you get involved in an accident, that's when you realize, this is how it happens. Atan, as you speak, actually you're speaking the right thing according to how things should be, but not how things are on the ground. Atan, if you have had like children with somebody and they took them away with them and they cut you off, you'll feel the pain that I'm seeing the part laughing anyway. You can tell about the pain that you will tell actually the pain that you feel when you have kids and you cannot access them. This is what happens, and that's why I asked, why should you fight for your kids? They've labeled them your kids. They're your kids. If something belongs to you, then it's supposed to be with you. Mimi, I believe that the art of like supporting your kids when they're away from you, I think that's a fallacy. It's the greatest lie that we are putting on our heads, because number one, it's not about even the financial aspect of the relationship, of the raising the kids. There's even that part of nurturing the kids, letting them grow the way you expect. Because again, now you'll be taking your kids, you'll be paying fee to for your kids to the best schools that you expect, yes. But what about their character? How will you go? You let the woman now mold your kids' character? The woman who doesn't want you to be in their life, then how will they mold their character? Because again, this is what they're doing. Most women, this is what they do. And I've seen that. Previously, I used to see my brother. Actually, my brother had several kids with several women out there, and he never took care of any of them, simply because the kids were always with their parents. So what he wanted to do is, if you want me to take care of my kids, bring them to me. And that's why I think that's what I also choose. If you want me to take care of my kids, you want them okuparara, wacha waparare. Wataparara, mimi I look at them wakiparara. If you want my kids to live a good life, which will also benefit you as a woman, let them stay with me. Because number one, if I could take care of them before you, until the time you took them away, it means I can still take care of them. And actually, it's always for the benefit of the woman if the kids are taking care of the father to attain their full potential, whereby at the end of the day, they are going to benefit these women directly. Automatically, when the kids grow, they will always go by, like, they will be like, we want our mom, you see. And should they even succeed in life, they will always benefit the mother. So the mother will take them away, wakaparare huko hivyo. Then after 18 years, when she has wrecked the lives of these kids, she brings the full grown-ups, wretched kabisa, alafu you want to take care of them. My friend, my take is, Atan, just you can speak so nice because maybe perhaps you've never been in that situation. Let those who are in, like myself, speak about it. Recently, I talked to my kids. Nauliza mimi ni nani, wananiambia ni babu. You think I felt nice? And I was cut off. Not that I can't raise them. I raised the mother and the kids all together. Now she took them away. I cannot even access them. My kids are calling me babu. You think it's easy? I'm not. Me personally, I won't pay a penny. Even if they take me to court, they would rather lock me in jail than give money to people to raise my kids.
Okay,
I need to raise them myself. Thank you. That's my take.
Sawa, ngoja kidogo tu. Safa, I understand one thing, and let's be realistic. How your kids were taken away, na ukakaziwa, ukaambiwa hutaona watoto wako wame cut off. That was the result wa kuja kukuita wewe babu leo. But if you had fought for them, uende ukimbizana huo dem, uhakikishe ambayo hawa watoto hataenda nao penye anawapeleka. And of course, wao uliwaachilia aende akawa mold to be whoever they want. And on top of that, we do not raise our kids so that they help us tomorrow. If they help us tomorrow, good for them. If they don't, it's fine. Okay? But the thing is, like, Safia Saito ungetu kweli. Umetoka kazini, ukuje nyumbani kwako wewe. Alafu kute mimi ambaye ni mwizi, nimebeba TV yako, nimebeba radio yako, nimebeba vitu zako. Are you gonna let me go? Ama utaniambia, kama unataka kwenda na hizo si ni vitu zangu, si uende nazo basi. I don't have to fight you because those are my things. Is that what it's gonna be? If a property, a materialistic thing, utakuja uchukue panga ukuja hata tupigane either one of us auliwe, you will take that in step. Why don't you go for your own flesh and blood? Mbona uwaachilie waende wakareiziwa huko peke yao kivyao without you in their life, waende wakateseke wakati wao uko na uwezo? Why would you want to let them just go like that?
Your illustration about TV, kidogo part, 1 minute, kidogo part, a minute before I lose a main point.
Sasa hizo ni nini wewe?
No problem. Wewe hata nitulia. Skiza, no, you cannot relate. There are things that, partnership. When you are partners in anything, always you guys are supposed to enjoy benefits and losses at 50-50 level. When I come to my house, I find a thief carrying my TV, which is mine. We don't co-own. Hapo itakuwa fight. But now look at this matter is that you are also both parents to these children. So you have equal rights. Who approves that more rights should be for the woman? Is there actually let me give you an illustration using assets. Perhaps we co-own a car. The way you can co-own a car with a bank, or rather with a showroom and all this stuff. That is a way where you are paying for the car and you don't know how you're paying for the maintenance, for the fuel and everything, but you cannot even see the car. It can't work, bro. So this is what happens. If you want me to be part of the financing of that car, you also have to have me also drive it kidogo enjoy its swiftness, then I be part of the financing. Cause now you cannot raise kids to whom, number one, you don't see, you're only made to hear their voices. At times maybe mara moja uonjeshwa ka video call, and again video call is given by with conditions. You can't talk on my phone for a very long time, you see. So mimi, until recently I called, I was blocked. The father-in-law blocked me because alinitisha pesa, ati nipatie pesa nikanunulia watoto wako chakula. And I told him, that's not your role, mzee. It's my role to take care of my kids. What you should do as the father-in-law, give me my kids here. Then after some time, when I'm like, niaje kijana yangu, send me something small I eat. You understand? I'm not supposed to send my father-in-law money to take care of my children. That is my full responsibility. That I even tell this mama, I tell her parents and everybody, it is my full responsibility to take care of my kids. So if you get a point in like you want you to take care of my kids, however I don't want, you want to raise my kids your way, it's not possible. They won't be my kids. They will be your kids. I will only be financing their education and their medical and everything. No, I'm doing my other insurance on the other side. I'm not paying SHA anymore because the kids are in the SHA. Ajifunze kulipa all those things. If it's school fees, ajifunze kulipa and all these things. And she should not, and a woman should not claim, because I've seen men who raise kids, they don't even need support from women. Why is it that women cannot take up that role? They've taken the kids with them. Why can they take that role and raise the kids alone without support and without kusikia uchungu? It's your child. Why should you feel bad praising your child? Thank you.
Okay.
Babu Meland. Okay.
let me, Kathy, let me just say one thing. Kathy, let me just say one thing. Safai, one thing. Tunaongelea kitu tofauti. Wewe umekwamilia the negativity ya mwanamke huyu ex ambaye muliachana. That's why your mind is stuck. You still challenging her. Mimi, I'm not looking at her na upuzi yake. Mimi, I'm focused on my kids. They are my priority. So, Kathy, go ahead.
Babu, you've been talking about this issue like you want to still be on the game, yet your kids is with the mother. So you cannot dictate what will happen to your kid. First of all, you are not there. And you guys, I think you separated, then you are still not, you are on the healing process, you are still bitter. But you can have a conversation. You cannot dictate what should happen. Even if you go to court, you cannot dictate. The court will decide for you guys who should take this role, who should take the other role. So you want to dictate the Babu in their children's life. You can buy your kids a phone. You maybe hata mahari ukutoa, then your father-in-law is asking you, hata unajifanya tu mjinga saa zingine. That one is an old man. Unabaki unabishana naye. Kwa nini watoto wasikuite Babu with that behavior? Because they are seeing another father figure taking care of them and the mother is there. Kwa nini usiitwe Babu? Because mimi nilikuwa napigia my Babu simu. Because my Babu was far. Unless my dad amepata leave is when we'll go and see our Babu. And then you want to dictate what you should do, what do you do, sijui nini. And then to you, it's like when a woman leaves, iyo role ya responsibility ya mtoto, it's for the woman. Yani wewe ni wale unasema, since siko na wewe, siwezi take care of watoto. And that's very bad. You're supposed to take your responsibility as the dad, whether the kids are there with you or not. And if you want to see your kids, what are you doing about it? There is always the law. The law will help you. Watoto wakifunga shule, utasikia, go take your kids. That's what happened. Watoto shule zikifunguliwa, anakaa na baba. Na mama, you should cater for the food. Wewe baba cater for the school fees. Sasa you want to be on the, you still went on the leader, and yet you are not here with this woman. You see, you are in the leader when you are in marriage. Nyinyi wawili. Wewe ndo utatake hiyo leadership role ya kudictate this is what happened. Because wewe inakawe ni dictator.
Thank you. You see now that this is the case. Kidogo. Ama property, you want to say something?
Yeah, let me say this.
Bring up.
I think I'll tell you guys what you guys are saying. We have to accept that in terms of kids, women have power. They actually have power of men. Now, I don't hear this type of reaction when a woman says a man is using their power, meaning their physical power, against them. If we were to tell the women, just fight, make sure it's your kids, fight, it's your life, fight. No, that's weird advice. There's power that is awarded, but the reality is this: you are fighting against a power that you'll never win. That's all.
Okay, now I think let me clarify, because actually we can be talking about the general factor, but let me reason from this level. Somebody asked me like, to me, father-in-law 5,000 at least, like it's not their role. But anyway, guys, see, come on, you're getting that. You know, the problem is, you see, like I noticed when people disagree, kids should not be brought in between. Now, bringing kids in between ile point here, like I have to take the kids away so that I can punish you. And again, I notice most men who get punished over kids are those men who really want to be in the kid's life. But kuna wale magaidi wenye hata walikataa watoto kabisa. Most of the time you will find out like even these ladies are even begging them, oh, sikuja hata basi uone mtoto wako. We've seen these things. Kuja basi hata uone mtoto wako kama
I have said that. I agree with you.
Yeah, but now when you really want to be in the lives of these kids, that's when they start tossing you up and about, and it's very wrong. No one am give say. I tell even my friends, if you have kids to whom their father are really responsible and they would want to be in the kids' life, give the kids out to the father. And again, the good thing in kwamba kwanza, when you're a young woman and you have kids with this man, acha kungangana na mtoto. Sometimes even these kids derail your progress. Give out these kids to the father. Rudi soko, ngara, do your things, elevate yourself, maybe actually improve your life to a point in respect to even more. Because again, going away with the kids and start now saying, nitumie sasa pesa, it means you didn't have the capacity to do it. So you're only taking advantage of the kids. Otherwise, why not for the kids? Ungesafa peke yako pale. So what I'm trying to say, light note, Kathy and the rest, it's not about bitterness. It's not about taking responsibility. Don't bite much that you can chew. So what you do is very simple. If you can't take care of the kids, they're not like for me. Mimi, see, they said I can't. Actually, I was even told, oh, what a ways you cannot. But I understand. Oh, kumbe, you know I can't. So I had to fold my hands. So whoever can still complains that, oh, watoto wanaenda shule, like, and umesema hatuwezi.
So Safai,
if you can take care of the kids,
kwa sababu
yes,
ulikwazwa, that's why you just umeosha
yeah,
mikono.
the problem umeambiwa aje bro, you can't, you've been even what do you call it, washa kurule out that you
that's
can't.
their opinion.
So
Why
what
is
do
their
you
opinion gonna determine
it's
the relationship between you and your kids?
forcing yourself in it. Listen, for Atan, let me tell you, forcing yourself in a situation pale umekataliwa, it means
Tuelewane.
you'll be seen as a weak person.
Umekataliwa. Hapa ni nani wamekukataa? Ni watoto wako wamekukataa wakakwambia baba hatukutaki, ama ni huyo ex?
Atan vile unaifanya.
No,
it's like,
bro, listen, let's be realistic. Let me just land.
Atan, these are not 18-year-old. Atan kidogo tu. These are not 18-year-old kiddos who are waking up and making that decision. Unaelewa? So we cannot just negate the feelings of a father just because we want to prove a point.
How am I?
Like you deny. Listen, Atan. What you're saying, it's one of the solutions, right? But it's not the only solution. We shouldn't make it to look like it's the only solution, whereby when a father goes like, if I'm not seeing my kids, I'm not going to contribute, we make it look like he's doing a bad thing. He wants to see his
It's a
kids.
bad thing
He wants.
Okay.
if he's not taking
Wait,
action,
wacha
coach. No,
nimalize.
coach,
Wacha
it's a
nimalize.
bad thing
Kathy,
if he's
Kathy,
not
wacha
taking
nimalize.
action na
Kathy,
anatake responsibility. If he's not taking action, he's not supposed to be
no,
complaining.
Kathy, we are saying this, kiddo. And when he reacts in a certain way, like going like, I'm not going to fund, you know, I'm not going to do this if I'm not seeing my kids, we want to make that man to be seen like he's irresponsible.
If
He has to
wale
put-
ambao tunasema
No.
ni wale coach utakusikia, those who are taking responsibility wanalipa school fee, alafu the parents wanakataa. If that father is not taking action of taking this woman to court, yeye ndo akona shida.
Ana shida again.
And those women, we are calling them witches.
Tunasema
Hey,
hivi.
can I throw in my input over here, kidogo? Okay, so initially we started with Atan explaining exactly how to solve a problem like this, eh? And then coach said, okay, fine, that's true, but statistically, that's what men are doing. On the ground, the scenario is different. Now, here comes the statistic, Sapphire, who now explains very well why he's in that bracket and his observations based on that. Now, you guys don't forget this guy just came and told us about his kiddos. This is something he sleeps with every single day. As much as we are trying to enter into his world, he spent more time in his world than us. I do not think it's proper to force him, but it would be a good way. Atan is giving him a solution as to forget this woman. Just focus on the kids and get the kids. Because hata ukimsikiza sana, he's talking about the woman a lot. I mean, no, anakataa, get, parents, nini. As we're talking about very simple stuff. Kids. Are you gonna go get them? Are you gonna let them go hungry? Because of the actions of others, will you support them? Hata kama pesa yako inakuliwa, unajua tu inakuliwa, lakini because at least a little ina trickle down kama hii ya Kenya inafikia watoto, then at least things are good. So to be honest, Safa, I think you're doing great. It's just that maybe you could move or gravitate towards the kids more than the adults.
Thank you, Silva. Kidogo, guys. Now this is what happened. No. When I washed my hands, my old man was like, "Apana, no. Akanambia, no. Those kids have to come." Because the lady said she can never leave the kids with me, and this is the case. Akasema, like, if she leaves the kids with me, I might marry, and this other woman will mistreat the kids. So she said she can't have the kids with me. So my old man seated there. Now she called, the old man calls her old man. And they agreed that, no, let me talk to the lady and let him watoto. That was the agreement. But that old man alienda kuambia the wife, the mother to the mother and the lady about when you discussing with my old man. My friend, that guy was even almost sent away because actually he was working at Job Elisha. So the father-in-law was working at Job Elisha. Today he has no say in that relationship. In his house. Mama ndiye anaongea na watoto wake ndio
Sasa
anaongea.
wewe hiyo inakuhusu nini? You should talk
Let's
to
go
me about your
Give me a
children.
second, Kathy, give me a second.
Ah.
Sapphire,
Let me
sikia.
finish. Let me
Sapphire.
finish.
Sapphire, sikia. Bro,